Yeah, hello again. This is another episode of the M65 podcast. My guest today is Lukas Pavelka. He is Microsoft MVP, and I think he is also a serial entrepreneur, we can say. He has a lot of nice tools we will speak about today. And yeah, Lukas, before we start, how did you come into or how did you develop all these nice ideas?
Well, yeah. So when I started 20 years ago, I was only Java developer, nothing special. But when my wife showed me the Figma and beautiful world and design, I start thinking how I can prepare some easy development steps for Power Apps people because I started to use Power Apps in my official way of working. So therefore I said, okay, it's not fine for me to recognize only three colors, but there are a lot of colors there. So therefore I started to prepare my plugin, and then in meantime, yeah, because AI is currently the topic which is discussing everybody and around the world. So therefore, I started to prepare also some features for AI.
Awesome. And you have that's so many tools. You have this Figma tools, and you have also an admin tool for Telegram. Can you tell us a little bit about your tools?
Yeah, so related to the plugin, I've created like two plugins. One for the Power Apps, which is called Power Apps for Figma. One which is currently officially in production from yesterday, Power BI for Figma, where my plan is to help Power BI people. This plugin is completely free, and you can put your data flows from Power BI and visualize it in Figma and back to Power BI. The second tool called by bot admin is related because my wife started to make some online course for the trainings for Pilates. So therefore I started to think we can create some tool which helps to make bots for Telegram without any coding, without any code experience, very easily for online makers.
That sounds interesting. And you build them all yourself, or you have a company?
Most of them I started by myself, but when I found the Copilot and other things with AI agents, then of course they helped me a lot with some coding. But I would say the vibe coding is for now. It's typical for every developer.
Yeah, it's really interesting. And what I have heard last, it's Figma getting really big, but they should be acquired by Adobe, and then they say, okay, when you don't buy us, you have to give us $1 billion. uh,
Yeah, I would say
because
it was a trick. It was a trick to how to make money, but we will never know what happened really. With lawyers and between the Adobe and Figma. But yeah, when I started to from last and quarter of last year, they really started created a lot of great tools, and now Figma is ecosystem. So you can create presentation, you can create all application like Vibe apps and Power Apps. So yeah, there are a lot of possibilities, and that's not all. So they started to prepare more for designers, coders, and general companies related to vectors to create the graphics and yeah, everything in one place.
yeah, that's I think it's an awesome tool. It's really really great, and I think they have a big future. And for all the people they don't like the Adobe style of, I don't know, of contracts, so other people are getting a better deal, I think, on Figma. um, Also, and then your tools are or the both platform tools. I think that Power BI, it's all, I don't know why Power BI is into the Power Platform, but it goes. Um, and you both have a free version, and a premium version, or
Yeah, in Power Apps for Figma, I have two versions. The one is free, where are like 40% for free of the features. And yeah, there is monthly and year cost for power ups, because I spent 4 years of developing of this stuff, and it helps a lot to save the time and money for users of Canvas applications. But for the Power BI, it's the first official version, so I do not plan to make it any payment for that one, because it's like my present for the community of Power BI, that I was nominated as MVP. So therefore, I hope so that people will give me some replies and feedback about this tool, how they can help this plugin.
So then I make it official. So we share the link in the show notes, and yeah, so the people, especially Power BI guys, should download it and test it and give you feedback. So this is really nice. Um, what is the difference between the Power Figma or Power Platform from free to premium, or what I get there?
Yeah, in free version, they can import from the Power Apps designs or snippets. They can create some layouts in Figma. They can also export to YAML. But the difference is that in Pro version, they can really copy paste to clipboard all selected frames from Figma, all controls. In the Pro versions, they can use icons from the Fluent 8 and 9. They can use some external or extended properties for the copy pasting and for the creation in the control in Figma. Plus, they can resize their styles and create translation to like more than 100 languages.
Oh, this is awesome. So it's I think they can use save a lot of time when you have a big company with yeah, I think multi-language and it's often really complicated. I read a study that the cost of not good making translation cost the companies $1.3 billion per month. So that's a really high part of cost. So I think they can yeah, you can save a lot of money when they have this function. And when you build I think yeah, an app, then you have look as into to have I think a catalog from ready-made um yeah, I think canvas yeah, styles.
Yeah.
Can the
Yeah,
people
and
also
from last versions, I've prepared also possibility to create as a component, and in Figma you can create a library where can be shared through different files. And in these files, you can create the instances of the components. So therefore, my plugin supports this components, also instances, and you can create from selected control designed in Figma easily through one click as a component, and you can create variants, because the different variants, it means the in Figma work that you can see like the differences, like redesigned by different colors, or content of the control can be completely different. So therefore, this is the last functionality which you can specify the whole design system in Figma, and then just if you follow the prefixes which represents the controls in Power Apps, then you can create the whole design system and easily export it to Power Apps for different projects around across your projects in the company.
yeah, that's great. And the people found it on the My Condi site or on the
Uh, no, I've created a new website with a new link where it's called powerpluginstudio.com, where you can find information and documentation, our Discord community about the Power Apps, and plus I started the documentation for Power BI.
And then you have thought you also have, I think, a little bit change from normal development to vibe coding. Can you tell? Or a lot of people say, "Oh, vibe coding doesn't work for it's not safe and so on." What's your experience of vibe coding?
Yeah, yeah. From the last month, I've started deeply use this vibe coding and the different projects. And I would say, if you want to have some helper which can just find where can be the issue in your code, but I'm not telling about the hidden problems in the code because time to time, when you click, it's visible, but in some special cases, it's not visible, and you're just thinking, where is the issue in the code? So if you are just using for the standard questions or prompts for this Copilot and other AI agents, then it will help you a lot. Because, for example, what currently I did is I prepared fluent 9 icons in the code to have it in plugin. And I just copy paste the naming of the icons, and the Copilot helped me to put in correct shape in the code and just finish the sentences what I needed for this fluent 9. So if you just use the standard prompts, and prompts must be really strict, you want to use only one thing what you want to improve in the code or finish the coding, because if you use multiple, then the AI agents will just rewrite your code, and what was functional now it's not working. So therefore you have to be really strict, and you have to use only one thing what you want to finish or update in your code.
Mm. So it helps to have a developer background also use vibe coding, or think you everyone can use it.
Yeah, but the main thing is that you really need to understand your code, because when you start using the only the vibe coding, then you have to know later if something will be wrong to understand what is written there. And you need to repair it, because time to time you just have to update the code and put the correct one, because Copilot or any other AI agent will not help you because does not know the all information what do you want to have in your head.
And how did you work with versioning in vibe coding?
Currently, I can just connect it to GitHub, and every code what I'm just changed through the vibe code is in history, so I can easily return back. Or if you just use some prompts and you are not happy what happened, you can click on undo, and everything will be returned back. But the deep facing with the versioning I still not using, because I need to have power of all code what I did, because it's really important. 4 years of developing is it's a lot of code there.
Yeah, I think so. That sounds a lot of lines you have there. And when we think about all this cool stuff we have. Also, we went to MCP, Model Context Protocol, and vibe coding, and what did you think? Where we going in the next months, years? I don't know. Days. It's so fast.
Yeah, it's very fast, because yesterday was late, and every day I'm learning a lot. And when I what I learned 1 week before, they are sharing that it's old fashioned. So therefore, yeah, I would say, as you saw, every application currently is creating MCP servers, where are the get and post some questions what we currently using for from Postman or other tools. So I would say this is the strategy of our company. They will have their own MCP servers to connecting to Claude, Copilot, or another AI engines, which will help to return the language what they were requested. So I would say this is the fancy stuff what they will start to do.
Yeah, I see also Microsoft, yeah, they have started with their own models based for Copilot based on open AI technology, and now they're getting more open to other like Claude and Tropic, and so I think that's really cool. And I also or the people say, yeah, some models are better for I don't know, um, for Claude is better for development. This tool is better for front end and so on. How get you an overview when you use what or
Uh,
what?
y- Couple of days ago, I just tried to investigate which model is used for my questioning and prompt, and I found in Visual Studio that you can have auto, like autopilot, and or you can choose your specific model, which is saying like in the Visual Studio that it's uh, when you use auto, it's 10% cheaper than when you use your particular model. So therefore, this is what everybody in this planet will try to solve it. How much money they need to spend for this prompt because the tokens, as you just read it, 10,000 tokens for only one prompt. It's crazy. And in Claude is not every. It's like not for free. So if you need the Claude code, then of course you need to put the budget for money. So therefore, this is currently a lot of questions and videos what I saw on YouTube that do I save this money? And if I can compare Visual Studio or Figma Make, which I'm using for the developing the code, then it depends. When you use, for example, this Figma Make, it's really great to use Claude because the Claude just give you the one style of the design. In your code, it's also great to check if you want to have like a deep knowledge or deep thinking what the agent should develop for you, or if you need only like reaper this typo in your code
Mm,
or something that it's really great to check the particular model. But if you want to also include some images for AI agent that where could be the problem, then of course it's better to use models which can allow you to put some images. But it's completely different story what exactly you want to need as the output.
yeah, I updated a long time ago. I think 4 years. The Visual Studio, have they also a Copilot integration now in
Yeah, yeah,
Visual
yeah,
Studio?
yeah, yeah. I'm using it every day because, but of course you need to have GitHub Pro version where it's included this Copilot with some month limit. Because if you use for free, there are like very close. You will exhaust your limit, and you need to wait 1 month for that one. So therefore, yeah, this world is only about the money, so everything is paid, not like as you remember we started, we had some trial versions or free, but now is everything is paid.
Yeah. But I think there's also I have read for sometimes, and they have a power problem. They have not enough electricity at the moment for all this, and Microsoft had buy a lot of Nvidia cards. So from these AI cards, and they can't install it because they have not enough energy actually in the US, because I don't know, there have some problems with the war, and also the infrastructure is not so good, and they will the I read they will build their own nuclear power plant for supporting the AI. But yeah, I think it's also it's expensive because I think the companies must uh, earn some money, because I read a Google search request. It's for you read what yeah, like 1 hour of making the light on, and it's 10 hours for one request on AI. So I think that it's
Yeah,
It's fair.
that's what Claude also represents, that you have peaks. It means that if you run your prompt during the day or during the night, it's completely different. Uh, Taking your tokens because due to electricity.
How big uh, I use a lot of ChatGPT for my projects, and I started what year 0, 1, 2, and there was so limited. So how many tokens can you use on Claude and so on?
Yeah, what I started to investigate, it's like if you use something small, like you want to repair one method or one class, then it's like 10 cents or 15 cents. But if you want to just apply your design for a whole project, which I tried yesterday, and it cost like 1.5 or $2 for changing of my like 20 classes in the code. So it's completely different. And of course, which model are you using? If you use the standard model for the Opus, or if you use the Haiku or Sonnet, it's completely different number of tokens spent during your asking to Claude. But I'm still investigating, and I found some tips and tricks. So I need to share to community how and when to use these models.
That's really interesting. And we found in the future some posts from you on LinkedIn about the topic, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
and and the so the the GitHub Copilot, it's like the same you have in Visual Studio, or
Yeah.
the same pro. Oh, okay, okay. Um, when you think a little bit in the future of your development, um, did you think you can also write tests and say, okay, here my agent can test my product, or is it?
Currently is already at least in Claude, because as I mentioned, I learning Claude now to be partner of Claude. So therefore, now it's possible to create skills, and the skills will help you to learn Claude about your security, about your testing, and about like visualization and production or different environment. But you need to learn it. So this is like you have like basic skills of all agents. And yesterday it was Figma release notes, and they showed some demos what's happening currently in NCP for Figma through the cursor. So this is the same. In the background is Claude, and they are just saying which skill should be used for your prompt. And after that, your described skill, which is not only like name of the skill and description and steps, what the AI agent should do during the building, during the running your prompt. And that's what currently AI agents are using.
Yeah, I see there. I have with ChatGPT, I have this memory problem when I use it for coding, and I think it does with the skills is cool. So you can yeah, you can use the trained skills for especially for this topic. And I think also when you use the Copilot for the normal Microsoft product, uh, I don't know, you make a request, it's only can take up to 300 sources when you use it. And I think when you have, I don't know, big code and so on, it could be really hard. And yeah, so I think the people, it's like also, yeah, a governance problem. I think you have make it a good structure and think about, and then you'll get a better quality. So I think it's good to have an development background. Uh,
Yeah, so I read a lot of topics, and it's the same what happened during when clock cloud started. So everybody, didn't know what cloud is and what is inside. And what about the security? They started to ask when they put everything in cloud, and after that they ask what's the security inside. The same here. If you do not have any background with the development and you start the vibe coding, then for sure hackers will like you because you does not need or you will not know what's happening in your code, and if there is not like possibility to hack your code. So therefore I would say that every AI agent has this possibility to learn
Mhm.
what is
Uh,
inside your code and how to make it secured, because you can specify the same like in Windows and other operation system, who can check and edit or read mode for your files, and the same is represented in AI agent. You have to learn which files could not be pushed to Git, because if will be pushed and somebody just stole your account in Git, then we'll have everything on a
yeah.
play.
And but when we think about normally I would ask, what will you say aspiring developers, um, uh, or when you have to start and you have your start with the restart a completely new product with the Power BI plugin. What was the what is the what was changed for you, or how is it changed to start this kind of projects for development for
For
you?
the Power BI.
Yeah, there's a different when you think the other thing you started for 4 years without all this cool AI stuff, and now you could start with the Power BI plugin. What skills have you learned, and what will you say? What have changed, and what can the aspiring developers take or should change from old learning?
Yeah, when I finished my career as a Java developer, I said I will never develop anything anymore. But when I was part of management, so there is like, it's boring. Everybody is just screaming. Yeah, everything is wrong, and everything is coming to production late. And said, yeah, to put only reporting and just fill the Excel files for the management. That uh, was not happy. I was not happy for that one. So therefore, I started again the develop, and just I started with automation from Microsoft to help me to prepare reporting, Excel files, and other stuff what I needed to my work. And I said, okay, that's not enough, because I found that there is existing power apps, and I developed Android applications, and so it's similar, and so therefore I said, okay, but how can I help and improve the UI of this application, because the rectangles it's not enough for me. So therefore, I was inspired by another people from Power Apps community, where started to make beautiful applications. So therefore, I said maybe I can help them for making easy steps to make enterprise application. And yeah, the first version was really awful and not usable. But now when I'm trying to apply also AI in my plugin, then we'll change a little bit the process.
Yeah, UX is so nice topic. I have found, or no, I have starting using Microsoft Clarity, and it's I think I'll say okay, like analytics tools like Google Analytics, but but this is it's so cool tool. So and it's so much free stuff inside for UI optimization. So I think this is a it's a Microsoft product. I think I don't know why why it's not more promoted. This, I love this tool. It's really cool, and you can also most people think it's only for websites, but you can also integrate it in apps, and it's really I think it's really cool. Yeah, you also can integrate it in SharePoint. I think that's most the main idea of this. And yeah, I think the UX it's yeah um yeah it's so different from uh what I know a lot of pro coders and they make so good products, enterprise solutions, but they look so ugly and no one will use it. And last time we had a discussion with um, about gamification in apps. So I also like this,
Mhm.
uh, mm, and I think yeah, it will be really interesting what's coming next and so on. So I think it's a crazy time when you go and say, okay, I like a app generated, okay. The funny part is, last time I have, I don't know what I think I had a problem with my little podcast here, and I had to make a lot of changes, and then okay, here API made me the code, and for me it was fine because, and then I asked how secure is this, and then it say, oh, it's you better not use it in production, and so it's really cool. But I think yeah, it's so amazing future. When we look at the future, what did you think it's coming up from Microsoft or from all these providers?
Well, I would say that they will for sure use what they prepared like for this copilot cowork that the uh, like dictation to say to copilot what do you need to prepare like make me invitation for my colleagues and create a task for HR and other stuff. So I would say that this will be the next part when or not only writing the prompts, which is boring and you need to write again and again. So now will be the dictated from your tools which just write in the background what you said to the AI agent. Because yesterday presented Figma the similar what you know from the Copilot cohort that Figma make you can just say what you want to prepare, and the Figma will help you to write the code and create the application. Only what you said, not what you've written, because it's a during the 1 month, I stayed very old man when I wrote a million prompts, again and again, to different AI agent, and it's really boring. So therefore, I decided to prepare a new product, about the prompt, which is currently secret, but, I would say that soon, will be perfect for everybody.
We can look at your LinkedIn profile again, so it makes sense to see what is the stealth product. Um, this it's I think that there's so many information, and it's so cool. Um, what it's your plan for your products in the next steps?
Yeah, the next step, I need to finish AI chat in Power Apps for Figma, where people will be possible to create own custom controls and easy to copy to Power Apps or put it in Figma. And the next step is finish my bot admin to improve some details about the creating a new online courses for makers. And last thing, then yeah, I will start to develop new project about this prompt. And yeah, now then will be the marketing part, which will be hard.
Yeah, that's also yeah. That's I think yeah. I'm a marketing guy, so I see a lot of people have great products, but they cannot bring it to the market because yeah, they don't reach the right people. Um, it's yeah. So I think that this was so amazing. So I think yeah, I give you the last words to the audience are yours.
Okay, so let me just say at least thank you that you invited me. And I believe that the people will hear about my projects soon. And I hope that I will help the community because this is my reason why I'm here to help the community.
Mm. So I'm yeah, I put all the links in the show notes, and yeah, so thank you, Lucas, for being here and for your time, and it's really interesting, and I think yeah, the people should look your products and your also skills in vibe and coding. So yeah, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you and happy birthday.
Thank you.